see that peanut butter leather? You feel me? But I got the car for the low, man, because the guy said it wasn't starting. He said, what else he say? It wasn't starting. He was driving, it just died on him. He took it to a couple places. They said it was a starter. They said it was something else. They said it was something else. And the car just didn't run. So end of the day, he was like, man, it's just the motor. I think it's the motor. So, you know, I made an offer. He didn't turn down my offer, surprisingly. I got the car. And yeah, man, I got this whip. So now that I got it, the problem that I found out that was wrong with it is the crankshaft sensor when I put it on the computer. Come on, dog, the crank, come on. So what I did is I went and got a crankshaft sensor, because that's the reason why the car is not started and the battery was dead. So this is the one that was in here. I guess they tried to replace it with a used one, or I don't know what they did, but when they did install it, it did not have an O-ring on it when I pulled it out. So didn't have an O-ring, and I'm thinking that's one of the reasons why he was having problems too. I got a new Hella sensor with an O-ring. So I'm gonna take that and install that. So the way you do that is basically it's the air box right here. You disconnect this from right here, because that's around the air box. You take that off. Then the air box is held on by these little pin things. You just got that right there. Then you have one upper and lower holes for the air box. So you loosen those up. I take the back one out first, and I wiggle it forward. So that comes out, boom, boom, and I just slide it out. Air box comes out. Then once the air box is out, all the way down there by the starter, I'm gonna get my flashlight in a minute and show y'all, but down there by the starter, that's where it is. You go in there, you get you a, where the thing at? Got me a flex joint with some tape, so that way it ain't going too far to the left, too far to the right. It's going just right. I think it's like a E10 or E12, don't quote me on that. Put that in there, loosen it, pull it out. It's this screw right here. Take that out, wiggle it out, just swap it out. Then before you change it, reset the code on the computer. Hopefully it'll start up, which it should. And there you have it. You got yourself a 335i, pimpin'. So right now I showed you that. Next time I'll get my flashlight, show you exactly where the hole is, where it goes. Then I'm gonna swap that, change that. Hopefully the car starts, and we dipping. Then I seen something else wrong with it, but we'll figure that out too. Now that I got a little light down there, you may be able to see it. Bam, now you can see it. There it is. It's right there. You see that sensor right there? Right there. And there's that bolt right there. Yep, put the sensor on. And from there, do it again. Tighten that down. It has to be tightened down too much. Put the plug back on. Put it on the computer. Delete it. Try to start it again. Hopefully it starts. Let's see. Cool. It's in there. Plugged up. Plugged in there. In there. Plugged up. Plugged in. Now I just gotta do the opposite. Put the intake back. Put this back. And should be able to start it up. So I'll start doing that now. So I'm gonna put this on there. That out the way. Who let the dogs out? Low enough to get that. Yeah, low enough to come down there. what I did was, I tightened this up, I tightened that up, put this back on, I put these 3 wires up here so nothing gets hot or burn. Bam. Now I just gotta put it on the computer, delete the code, and we should be dipping the 335. Load sensor. Yeah. So now I changed that, I got all that on. Now, put it on the scanner, delete the codes, and hopefully it should start. We shall see. All right, y'all, just the moment of truth. Let's see. All right, so we're back at the 335. So yesterday when I was trying to get the car started, number one, the sensor code came back up, so I got to figure that out. Number two, and it's a new sensor. I definitely got to figure it out. I don't know what's going on with that. Number two, to get to that, the battery was draining. So every time I try to start the car, it would go from 12 volts, 10 volts, 8 volts, 4 volts, dead. Then it just stayed at 10 volts, and then 8 volts, 4 volts, dead. So right now I hooked up the power probe. We're at 10.9 volts, when the car should be at 12 volts. So we're already losing voltage there. Okay, cool. Then this goes to the battery connector to the negative. I'm gonna take that out, right? Let's see now. We're at 10.9 still. Still at 10.9. I'm gonna take that out too. Let's see where we go when I take this one out. Take that out. We're at 11. We was at 11. So it went up a little bit. So basically it's charging itself up. So that tells me something within here is messed up. 10.4. Now let's say we got 10.9. Now I take off now I'm at 11.6. So that was telling me that my problem lies, somewhere in here, right? I turn the key to try to turn the key on. I lose power because it's a fuse that's in here that's irreplaceable. Once this fuse goes out, it's a wrap. So remember that. Take that into mind when you're working on these cars. And you dropping voltage for no reason, there's your problem. It's a fuse in there. Or if, let's say you got something in your trunk and you spilled something on it, which would happen. You probably spilled some Coke or something in there. Look at that. You see it's all right there? It's all sticky. You spilled something in here. Something got spilled on this, caused the fuse in here to go bad, and which is why we're having the power starts from to where it ends. So I always start at the battery, because that's basically where it starts. If you got 2 batteries, go to the other battery. You know what I'm saying? I always start at the batteries, and then I work my way up. I started at the battery, and that's where I found the problem. Right here. Yeah. So it's crack-a-lacking. So we back at the 335, your boy in the trunk. So yesterday I did all that, tried to start the car, it wouldn't start. Now as it wouldn't start, what was happening was the voltage kept dropping. So you're supposed to have 12 volts when you start the car, but every time I pushed the button, it would go from like 8 to 6 to 4 and then 0. 8, 6, 4, 0, like a repetitive. And they keep killing the battery, Then I wait a minute, try to start it again, give it some juice, then it'll drop again. So I'm like, what's going on, man? I'm thinking like the electronics, everything's going crazy, which they were. So, which brings me back to the battery. So I'm at the battery, I have everything connected, right? Hook the probe up to it. Only got 10.4. 10.6 volts. When I put the battery in, it had 12 volts. So, where's my 2 volts at? On my 1.2 that is sucking up. You feel me? So I need my 2 volts, man. With interest. I need my 2 volts. What's up, y'all? I'm back at it, and we back at the 335, and we dealing back with the battery. So last time, you know, we checked everything out. The culprit came to be the battery distribution box, so I went and got a brand new battery distribution box. So I'm about to install it. After we install that, I'm gonna go up to the front of the car, and we're gonna see the crankshaft sensor. I want to see if the wire, when we push the button, if the wire is getting any signal, any voltage, anything, because I changed the new sensor and it was still tripping. So we're gonna check that out. So if the wire is good, we're gonna plug it in. Then we're gonna see the ohms and all that, what it's reading, see if that's working. And if that's working, we're gonna install it, excuse me, and go from there. So yeah, man. So hopefully today we try to get this thing started, because I'm tired of seeing this shit. All right, let's get it. All right, so we got everything disconnected. Take that off. I guess it's on the red a little bit. Take that off. Take that off. Battery distribution box is out the way. I think while I'm at it, take the battery out too. Go through everything. Check all the connections, make sure everything's straight. Make sure everything good, all the connections are good and clean. See, look at that. That little pinch, it's gonna be a problem. take this off, then we're gonna get it cracking. So you see the previous owner, they spilled something down there. And I think that's what happened. That's why the car got messed up, and that's why I didn't know what was going on. They spilled something down here, caused an electrical problem. Car wouldn't start, and it set off a bunch of other problems. So instead of just putting the battery back in, I'm gonna clean all this up. I'm gonna check every electrical connection, make sure everything's straight, everything's solid, see what's getting power, what's not. Make sure this line's, I finally got this off. This is connected to this. So I'm gonna make sure this is getting power. See, there's a little bit in here, so get some electrical cleaner, get some stuff, clean everything up. Make sure this is getting power. Should be in the game. So let me get the cleaner. Got most of that cleaned out. Went down there, pulled that out. Look at all that. Ugh. So now I gotta go through this, clean all this out. And clean that out. Then put that back. Then clean that out. And go through the whole system. All back here from whatever spilled. You see that? Look how burnt that is, man. That's clear. And there you have it. Still gonna clean all that up. Got some electrical cleaner, cleaned up all this stuff. Look at that, everything's fresh and clean. All that now, cleaned up in here. All that's clean. All the connections and wires is clean. Now, it's time to put the battery back. Alright, so I got the new one hooked back up. I just put the bottom piece on because the top piece didn't fit, because it's hella aftermarket one. And I got a new cable, so I'm about to put this cable up. So we can get it cracking like it. So I'm gonna put this new cable in and get it cracking.